All right, let's just get right into it. If you're a UPSC aspirant, you absolutely know the feeling. Your general studies paper, paper 1, goes pretty well, and then you're face-to-face with CSAT, paper 2. It's that one hurdle that trips up so many brilliant candidates, and you know the big question that everyone is secretly asking is, right? Is there some hidden trick, some secret formula that can just guarantee you clear that qualifying score? Come on, we've all looked for it, we've all hoped for it. It feels like the ultimate edge in one of the toughest exams on the planet. And look, the honest answer is no. There is no magic button. But, and this is a really big but, there is a high-efficiency strategy, a method so effective that when you do it right, it actually feels like a cheat code, and that's what we're going to break down right now. To get there, the very first thing we have to do is completely redefine how we look at this exam. Because the key to cracking CSAT isn't about solving more questions, it's about thinking in a totally different way. So, what's really being tested here? It's not your PhD-level math skills, that's for sure. It's your logical reasoning, it's your ability to actually comprehend a passage, and yeah, your grasp of basic Class 10 level math. But you know what the most important thing is? It tests your decision-making when that clock is ticking down. And this right here, this is the single most important number in your entire CSAT preparation. 33%. That is it. Just 66 marks out of 200. This is not like general studies, where every single mark pushes your rank higher. This is a simple pass or fail gate. That's all. So the whole game changes. Your goal is not to master the entire paper. It's not to prove to anyone that you're a genius. Your one and your only goal is to achieve controlled accuracy on just enough questions to comfortably get over that 33% line. So, with that new mindset, let's look at the actual blueprint. This is the actionable 3-point game plan that's going to turn all that anxiety into a clear, confident strategy. The heart of this entire strategy is something called attempt optimization. This is kind of the hidden rule that so many successful candidates follow. Instead of even trying to solve all 80 questions, you focus on attempting only 45 to 55 questions, but, and this is key, with an incredibly high accuracy of over 80%. Why? Because that alone gets you a very safe score, way over the required 66 marks. And here's how that optimization breaks down in practice. Think of reading comprehension as your backbone. You're aiming for about 20 to 22 correct answers, and you do that by sticking only to what the passage says. Reasoning? That's your high return section. Solve the patterns you know and aim for 10 to 15 correct. And maths? This is a selective strike mission. You hunt for the easy, direct questions, you avoid the traps, and you just bag 8 to 10 correct answers. That is the whole game, right there. But, knowing the plan is the easy part. Executing it requires a very specific skill. And honestly, it's probably the hardest one to master. It's the discipline to say no and just skip questions. And this slide just lays it out perfectly. In that exam hall, there are basically two types of candidates. On the left, you've got the person caught in the ego trap. I must solve everything. They get stuck on hard questions and then they panic. But on the right, you have the strategic player. Their only mission, I will only solve the easy points. They ruthlessly skip anything that looks tough and they stay calm and in complete control. You have to be the player on the right. So how do you actually do that? Here is a hard, simple rule for you. If you are spending more than 90 seconds on a single question and you don't see a clear path to the answer, you leave it. Immediately. No hesitation. You just move on. This isn't weakness. It's a core part of the winning strategy. Okay, let's see how all this builds up into the real hack for the CSAT paper. It's got nothing to do with speed. It's all about precision over panic. You need to burn this number into your brain. Negative 0.83. That is the heavy, heavy penalty for a single wrong guess. Think about it. 10 wrong answers don't just cost you the marks for those questions, they actively reach back and erase 8.3 marks you've already earned. Guessing is just not your friend here. This needs to be your mantra inside the exam hall. Just repeat it to yourself. I will solve less, but I will solve right. Every single question you attempt should be one you are highly confident in. This mindset is your ultimate shield against negative marking. And here's how you manage your 2 hours. You dedicate the biggest block of time, about 50 minutes, to your backbone, reading comprehension. Next up, you give yourself around 35 minutes for those high-return reasoning questions. Then, a super-focused 25 minutes for your selective strikes in maths. This plan even leaves you a crucial 10 minutes at the end to review your work. You see, it's not a frantic race. It's a controlled, timed exercise. So let's bring it all home. This entire strategy, from top to bottom, is designed to shift your mindset, to take you from a place of overwhelming anxiety to a place of calm, focused action. I mean, really think about why people fail CSAT. It's almost never a lack of knowledge. It's overconfidence bleeding over from their GS prep, it's not taking mock tests seriously, or it's just flat out panicking when the paper seems tough. This minimalist strategy is the antidote to all three of those things. So no, there is no magic shortcut. But there is something that's just as powerful: structured minimalism. It's about doing less, but doing it with absolute precision. And that is the closest thing to a cheat code you will ever find for the CSAT. And that leaves us with one final thought. You now have the blueprint. The real question is, starting with your very next mock test, how are you going to change your practice to truly master the difficult but absolutely crucial art of skipping? Because that skill, well, that's what separates qualification from failure.